Hey YouTube, this is Cheese Factory. This is going to be a video talking about locals that I went to yesterday. It went very well, actually. I got first place after Swiss, and I ended up getting third out of 44 people with the deck I uploaded. The only change was I managed to get a Gaia right before the tournament, so I took out Stardust, because it's pretty hard to summon. Well, it's not that necessarily that it's hard, it's that Scrap Dragon's usually better, because if you're really going to synchro with the Gores, probably just need an out rather than a Stardust. So, while it's occasionally possible, you might want to darken the grave, whatever. I figure more often than not, if you're synchroing, it's because you need Scrap Dragon. Excuse me. So, round 1, I played against Agents, and I won 2-0, or 2-1, pretty easily. It was not a difficult match at all. I crushed him match 1, and then he drew like Christias and Hyperions and Venuses, and I didn't draw any Maxies or Valors. So he won game 2. And then game 3 was pretty fun because I kind of crushed him, but he like creature swapped for a light pulsar I had, giving me a shine ball, stuff like that. And then I summoned 2 more light pulsars, overlaid for Exobeetle, popped my own light pulsar to summon my red MD, and then overlaid for Gaia for game. It was pretty fun. Round 2 I played against Rabbits, Macro Rabbits, which is not a fun matchup, but actually I think it might have been Fissure Rabbits. I don't remember. But I beat him 2-1. Went pretty well. I kind of crushed him games 1 and 3 again. It was not so hard. I just kind of spammed the field and killed him, and he couldn't stop me. I guess he didn't draw Logias or draw traps. I don't know. Next round I played against Final Countdown, which was ridiculously easy. I won 2-0. Game 1 I dropped Shockmaster on like turn 3. He didn't have any back row or anything, so I called monsters and just OTK'd him. I think he had like battle faders and stuff, but Countdown's amazing. Shockmaster's amazing. Game 2, he was like ripping my monsters for Lavals and stuff. Or not Lavals, Lava Golems, that's what it's called. And I just summoned more stuff and killed him. There was one, he couldn't get enough defense up. He had like battle faders and stuff, but it was one turn and that was all it took. He had like 11,000 life points from Golden Ladybugs, but it didn't matter. I had a full field of like 3k beaters, so. Ow. Darn throat. Round 4, I played against hieratics. That was a very fun matchup. Round 1, or game 1, I guess, I won. Just kind of playing, and then game 2 was fun because I was like, I played very all-in. I dropped a BLS really early, which I wouldn't normally do, but I figured I'm up 1-0. I think this is a good matchup for me because Souldrain stops hieratics, and I honestly just thought I was better than him. So I thought it's worth it to go for this kind of all-in play, because if it doesn't work, I'm pretty sure I can win game 3, and if it does work, then I took a 2-0. And I thought it was worth it. So I dropped BLS and dealt him a ton of damage, like 4,600, but he had Gores, so he ends up with a Gores and a Gores token. And then eventually he has Red MD and Gores token at 3,000. I have 1,100 life points. I'm holding Red MD, Night Assailant, and Seal of Orichalcos. I top deck a Raikou, ditch Raikou and Red MD for Pulsar, activate Orichalcos, summon Red MD, activate Red MD, summon Pulsar. Red MD goes over the Gores token, Pulsar goes over the his Red MD, and then after that he doesn't have anything. I had like 1,000 life points at the time, it was pretty awesome. So I went 4-0 in Swiss, it was pretty awesome. And then I played against Inzektors in top 16, who I kind of mopped the floor with. I won 2-0 really, really easily. He never summoned a Dragonfly the whole game, and he barely got anything off ever. I just spammed the field. I had 5 monsters both games for this huge OTKs really easily. Game 2 was pretty funny because he managed to survive. I don't remember if he had like a Veil or something, but he managed to not die to my swarm of monsters. Or maybe he had a Gores. Yeah, oh yeah, he dropped a Gores, which meant that he survived even though I killed Gores and the token. And then he drops Darkhold, kills all 5 monsters, but I'm actually like still plus because it's Chaos is stupid sometimes if you draw perfectly. But then I just like top deck Sorcerer and vanished to the Centipede, and it was pretty funny. top 8, I played against Bubblebeat, which was a very close, or much closer. I won game 1, but it wasn't a crushing, and then he won game 2 off of macro. I couldn't get over. And then game 3, I went for, or I had trap stun, and he had like judgment and macro and stuff, but I managed to drop trap stun and kill him that turn. And then normally we do top 4 split, but there was a person being an idiot who this guy loses in top 8, and apparently he's really mad about it because he tells his friend who's in top 4 that you can't split or I'm not giving you a ride home. And I thought, wow, that's kind of messed up. But because it has to be unanimous, we couldn't split, so we had to play that out, and I lost 2-0. He was playing Fissure Rabbits, and he just opened stupid. He had, like, game 2, I think he opened Logia D Fissure 4 back row, which is like, what? And game 1, he opened, like, Logia 2 back row D Fissure. It was really stupid. But there's nothing you can do against that with Chaos Dragons. Or with any deck, pretty much. If they have a bunch of back row Logia D Fissures, there's nothing you can do. And the other thing was, I actually fought, we kind of clashed for a while in game 1, and then he just ripped Avarice, and that was kind of stupid. So, Avarice is pretty broken. I feel like it's ban-worthy, but it shouldn't be banned, because I feel like the recycling is, I don't know, kind of big in the game. I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't be. Maybe we should have to use Pot of Benevolence, or whatever it's called. What is it? Pot of Benevolence. Yep, shuffle 2 cards from the grave into the owner's deck. Or we could just run Tour Bus. Pot of Generosity. Wow, that card's terrible. Anyway, so yeah, I ended up getting 3rd because the guy lost 2-1. So, it went well. Very, very well, but still lost top 4. Normally I would have had a prize, but the guy was being stupid, so whatever. You can check out my deck profile here. I think I'll include an annotation somewhere in the middle of this general deck area vicinity with the link to my deck profile. Just remember that I took out Stardust for a Gaia because I managed to get it. So that's all, and this will be Cheese Factory signing out.